In your top stories at 11 o'clock, Chaos Mars Cape Town by-election and Limpopo catch-up plan expected to be revealed today. Good morning, I'm Carmen Reddy. Tension has boiled over between supporters of the ANC and the DA in the hotly contested by-election in Darling on the Cape West Coast. Tempers flared when the party's supporters disagreed over banner space. The ward became vacant after the death of a DA councillor. The SABC's Nombini Matomela reports.
Voting is in full swing here in Darling as community members came out in their numbers to vote for their preferred candidates. Voters from all walks of life hope that their mark will translate into improved service delivery. Their needs vary from housing delivery to job opportunities. But the election has not been without controversy. The ANC and the DA supporters argued over the space to set up banners. Police had to intervene to bring the situation under control. Lombini Matomela, SABC News, Darling, West Coast.
Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga is expected to outline her department's catch-up plan in a meeting with school principals in the Capricorn region of Limpopo. The meeting is currently underway at Greenside Primary School outside Polokwane. It's the second meeting with principals after the department failed to implement the catch-up plan as ordered by the North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria 2 months ago. The SABC's Katlego Nyoni reports.
This is a follow-up meeting to the one Motshekga had with principals from the other half of the district in Limpopo. This time around, principals will be informed of a catch-up plan presented to the North Gauteng High Court on Monday. In the meantime, just across the venue from the meeting in Westernburg, the Democratic Alliance will be presenting their party's 5-point education plan. DA's parliamentary leader, Lindiwe Mazibuko, will highlight on the plan. Katlego Nyoni, SABC News, Polokwane.
Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Public Service will meet Limpopo's cabinet today to receive feedback on progress made since 5 provincial departments were placed under administration. It has already received feedback from the Auditor General, the Public Service Commission, the Public Service Department and the National Treasury. The Limpopo cabinet will be without Premier Castle Motale, who has taken sudden compassionate leave. Committee Chairperson Joyce Maloi Moropa.
We are here to come and interact with people concerned, the provincial government, the Premier together with his ESCO, to make sure that all the issues that were brought to our attention in Parliament based on administration, progress and obstacles, we want to see them, and also we will of course put pressure where we believe that much is not done, and if were their achievement, we will be glad, because that's what we want, to see the administration functioning properly.
COSATU have made some concessions on its long-running battle with the ANC for an outright ban on labour brokers. The Labour Federation's parliamentary representative, Prakashni Govender, has told a public hearing on changes to the Labour Relations Amendment Act that they've not been successful in coming to an agreement. Govender says it appears labour broking will not be outlawed soon, but says they are continuing to discuss the issue.
On labour broking, there was an agreement to address residual contractual issues in terms of how the operation of the contract, the broking contract between the broker and the so-called client, would be addressed to ensure that when there's a deeming as far as permanent employment is concerned or non-temporary services that are provided through a labour broker, that these would not be susceptible to the termination of that commercial contract.
Women, Children and People with Disabilities Minister Lulu Ngwana says this year's National Women's Month will specifically focus on rural women. This year's theme is 56 Years of Women United Against Poverty, Unemployment and Inequality. Ngwana, who will launch Women's Month in Pretoria today, says a series of workshops aimed at empowering rural women and emerging businesswomen have been planned.
We are going to focus on rural women, food security and fighting hunger and poverty. Right now, we are going to have workshops before the 9th of August. From the 7th to the 8th, we're going to have a workshop where we're going to focus on economic empowerment of women. The majority of the women we're going to invite are women from the rural areas, but also emerging business women.
And international headlines now. One of America's most successful and distinguished writers and commentators, Gore Vidal, has died in Los Angeles. He was 86 and had suffered complications from pneumonia. He wrote best-selling books including Lincoln and Mary Brackenbridge.